At SummerSlam, we saw a WWE 2K22 trailer featuring superstars like Seth Goldberg, Kane, Bayley, Ricochet, Roman Reigns, and some kind of an angry dude in his skirt that kinda resembles Drew McIntyre. That's Drew McIntyre if he ate roids for breakfast. Oh, maybe that's Ryback. I'ma be honest, I did not like this trailer at first due to WWE Network's limitations. The resolution was definitely not the best. It wasn't even 1080p, I think, so I couldn't even tell if it looks good or bad. With that kind of resolution, it just looked like WWE 2K20. But thankfully, I found a 4K version, so I'll leave a link in the description because I'm not sure, if this video is going to show you how the trailer exactly looks like due to my rendering of the video. And when I saw the 4K version of the trailer, I gotta say, it does look impressive, at least compared to the other WWE games. It seems like a lot of superstars got rescanned because most of the faces look very different and I would say better. Overall, we see better textures when it comes to arena, superstars, clothing, hair, faces, skin. Basically, everything looks a lot more detailed. Basically, exactly what you saw in the 2 screenshots of Edge that 2K released a couple of days ago. So what we learned after this trailer? Well, arenas are still a thing. Yes! Yes, I was so worried. Raw Arena is confirmed. Yes! SmackDown Arena is confirmed. Yes! And it hits different. That's all the info we need. Don't reveal anything else. You're spoiling us. At this point, they're revealing so much information about the game to the point that I already feel like I played it. There's nothing left to see. They revealed everything. The game is basically naked. There's nothing to explore anymore. Arenas, man. Arenas are in the game, and it has good lighting, and the fog looks great. So in this video, I want to review the trailer, bit by bit, and basically let you know my thoughts on it, because you really seem to care. Why wouldn't you? And first of all, I've got some bad news. That's the title of this video. Depends on how you look at it. So basically, the game should be released in like a month, maybe a couple of months. That's a regular WWE video game release. The game is going to be released in 2022 March. That's about 7 months from now. 7 months. You might as well call it WWE 2K23. I would say it's a bittersweet because obviously it's kind of bad news because we're so tired of the 2K20, 19. We want new games. We already want to play it. We're tired of the same crap, and I'm sure content creators are basically running out of ideas on what they can get into the universe mode and what happened. I've put my Coca Jumbo into my PlayStation while playing universe mode and this happened. Okay, maybe there's a few ideas left, but it's not all bad because it basically tells us they have more time to make a better video game. I would rather wait than experience this extravaganza again. I truly hope it's just that. 2K wanting to make a better video game with an updated roster, updated arenas, might as well put new hair for Brock Lesnar. That's what I'm hoping for. Focusing on game modes, gameplay, making sure no glitches are, basically happening in every match. That's what I'm hoping for. It could be a bit deeper though. It could be just WWE releasing 15,000 wrestlers, so now 2K have to remove them and possibly replace some very big highlights in whatever they're doing, career mode, the 2K Showcase, or General Manager. Basically, if one of the biggest storylines in the game is Bray Wyatt attacking you, playing mind games with you, now they have to replace that superstar with someone else. They might have to redo all the cutscenes, all the voiceover, and to make sure instead of Bray Wyatt, it's Commander Aziz. So I hope it's not that, but it's a very big possibility that WWE just asked to remove these guys because they don't want to promote them since they're all gonna be in AEW basically. Or maybe another reason is, focusing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or whatever it's called versions, making sure it looks as good as possible. And I hope that's the case, but you never know. One thing's for sure, they do have more time. It already looks good, hopefully it's gonna look even better. So people, let's review the trailer and let's see what we got. First we see a shot of the SmackDown arena, which seems to be in the Thunderdome except with an audience. Obviously the crowd still looks like crap, but I guess it's a little bit better. Seems like fighting in the crowd is still going to be a possibility, which is a good thing. And the biggest highlight right here for me is obviously the lighting. If we ignore the crowd, it does look real. It also says gameplay footage captured from a work-in-progress build. So like I've said, it's probably gonna be just a little bit better. Then we see Rey Mysterio, and it seems like this time, unlike in the previous trailer, he has a different attire, or at least he's wearing a shirt during his entrance. I'm not sure if that's the same entrance we saw in 2K20 and all the other games, but it looks fine. It looks good, and the Trons look amazing. We see a shot of Sheamus with the blurred arena, and Sheamus has, you know, his current hairstyle, and it also seems like he got rescanned. So that looks great. Unfortunately, he's kinda blurred as well, so you don't see a lot of detail. Then we see Ricochet, who looks absolutely amazing. Clothing texture looks really good, and face seems like it's rescanned as well. But for me, the biggest highlight right here is the beard. The facial hair looks really, really good. You can see all the detail. I would look really good in WWE 2K22. Then we see a little flip from Ricochet. The big takeaway from this clip though is that once he actually lands, the ring is moving. It's bouncing. And I hope that's the case during the matches, because one of my biggest issues with playing a match in 2K games is that, you know, there's not enough impact. I want to hear better sound effects. I want to see the ropes shaking, which during an update in 2K20 it's now a thing. But, you know, I want to see more impact. I want to see the ring bouncing. I want to see better textures. Basically to make it more fun without breaking the simulation style. This might be my favorite shot. Bayley doing a clothesline to Carmella, who has an updated model in SmackDown Arena. And look at Bayley's face. This is basically as close as you can get. It seems like most of the faces, from what I've seen, every face was basically rescanned, which is exciting because not only the game is gonna look better, we're gonna see all the entrances, new screenshots, and most of the superstars are gonna look different. So while waiting for the game, at least we're gonna get some new stuff to look at. We see Finn Balor doing his signature pose, and in terms of the arena, this is my favorite one. First of all, Finn Balor looks really, really good. Seems like he got rescanned as well. But this is one of my favorite shots because the fog looks really realistic and the lighting never looked this good in a video game. Then we see Roman's entrance, and again, brand new model. There's a bit of an issue with the hair, but that's always the case in video games. I will say it does look better. It actually falls on his shoulders, so I don't think that was the case in the previous games. And again, the face looks very much Roman Reigns-like. Then we see The Miz, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Might just be the glasses and the bandana, but I think it's the lighting that kind of makes it weird. I'm gonna have to wait and see The Miz in his ring attire. I will say the jacket looks great. The hair doesn't look like clay anymore. So for the most part, it does look good, but maybe it's the lighting that kind of makes him look a bit too shiny. Then we see Rhea Ripley. I think it's a new model as well. For me, the highlight right here is the lasers. Man, I hope the gameplay is gonna be just as good as the graphics. Then we see Shinsuke Nakamura. Also, great lighting, and it seems like the face has a lot more detail. Then we see Roman Reigns in his ring attire in his SmackDown arena. Again, no complaints. Like I've said, the face looks good. Not sure if that's the finished product, but the hair didn't really move once he did a taunt. Then we see Kane doing a chokeslam to, I assume, Shelton Benjamin. Now, Kane's model looked good for the most part, but is that how his mask always looked like? But again, overall, it looks really beautiful. Okay, so we see Goldberg, and I'm a bit confused. Is that the current version of Goldberg or the previous version of Goldberg? Because it does have his, old attire, but I guess that's a gray beard, I assume? He looks very sad, but he looks a bit more realistic. Though I just can't figure out if that's the current version, and if that's not the current version, I really hope we're gonna get the 2021 version of Goldberg. Also, Dolph Ziggler finally got an update. Not sure what will happen if you remove that bandana, but Dolph Ziggler had the same model for years. The same hair, only different tights. So finally, new Dolph Ziggler, but I'm not sure how is it gonna look, how the hair is going to look once you remove that. Probably impossible. And in this shot, it does seem like it's current Goldberg, but with an old attire for some reason. We see Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. Can't complain here, looks great. Especially this shot right here, and it seems like Bobby Lashley is also rocking his Hurt Business attire. I do appreciate this entrance, but Drew McIntyre looks a bit off. First of all, the hair looks to be moving quite okay, but there's something off about his face, but since a lot of people complain, it's probably gonna get changed, or maybe that's just the way it looks during an entrance since it involves a lot of facial expressions, you know, so I want to see just a normal model of Drew McIntyre in the ring and then I could judge. So that's basically all we got. And of course the game is coming out in about 7 months. That explains why we barely got any information about the game. That explains it all. So the trailer is fine, we didn't get anything new, just showcased the graphics. I wish they used superstars like Randy Orton, Riddle, AJ Styles, but they decided to show us Kane. So odd choices, and Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, odd choices. Overall, it does look really, really good, but you know, I wanna see the gameplay. I wanna hear what kind of game modes we're getting. But so far, I'm interested. You know, I don't remember the last time I was so interested in a WWE game. I basically didn't care about 2K20 at all. It looks different, hopefully it plays different as well. Hopefully it does hit different. Thank you for watching this video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.